Hey, what's going on, family? Welcome back to this space. Welcome back to another video. So on today's video, we'll be talking about how to change our mindsets for financial growth. But right before we get into it, if you're new to the page, my name is David, and together here we talk about how to make better financial moves. So if you haven't done so already, please hit the like and subscribe button so you can be part of the family. I also want to stop and acknowledge to all my subscribers. All of you actually watched my previous video and left a comment and a like. I wanted to let you guys know that I appreciate all the love and I love you guys too. And many of you were asking where was I and why was I missing? And I know many of you know exactly what's going on. But for those of you who don't know, I have big news for you guys. God bless us with a child. So now we are parents and we're going at it. And I know all of the parents in the chat, you guys know how it is. So my life have been downside up since then. So that's why I was missing, guys. But hey, now I'm back fully loaded and ready to go. So now without any further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, so as I previously mentioned, on today's video, we'll be talking about how to change our mindsets for financial growth. In order to do that, guys, I know many people are asking, man, I want to be financially free. But I want to tell you that everything starts with the mind, okay? So with that being said, in order to challenge our mind for financial freedom, what we need to understand is two terms, okay? It is crucial for you guys to understand two terms. These two terms are assets and liabilities. And I know some of you may be asking, David, what is assets or liabilities? Man, asset is defined as something of value. It could be a thing or a person, okay? So imagine now that you're a good employee and you have a good manager as well. And you might often hear him or her say that, hey, you're such a valuable asset to the company. Meaning that because of the service you provide to that company, it actually makes the company a lot of money. So you're a valuable asset. So whenever you guys see asset, think of it as something of value, you know. Some example of asset could be cash, you know, bonds, like real estate, like the stocks and stuff like that, you know. Okay, every time you see asset, think of it as something of value, something that brings money in your pocket. Okay, and the other hand now, liabilities are described as like a debt owed to somebody else. Like it's something that you owe to someone. It could be like a mortgage debt or like a tax debt owed, tax owed to the state or the government or something like that. So whenever you have to pay, you know, somebody for something, that is considered as liabilities. So if you forgot everything I just mentioned, remember this, because it's the most important thing, right? Assets simply bring money in your pocket, and liability simply takes money out of your pocket, okay? So with that being said, understanding the difference between the two can really help you go from a mindset of accumulating liabilities to a mindset of accumulating assets. So I know you might be saying, man, how can I go from a mindset of accumulating liabilities because I don't want to pay debt, you know, I don't want to pay bills, you know, I don't want to, you know, I want to build assets. So I know there are many ways that you can start changing your mindset to put yourself in the position where you're accumulating assets. But the main three ways I'll be talking about today are as follows. The first one is to pay yourself first. Okay, guys? Pay yourself first. Yes. Let me ask you this question and leave me a comment to let me know, when was the last time you paid yourself? Yes, when was the last time you paid yourself? Now, imagine every time you get paid, right? You pay your landlord, you pay your phone provider, you pay your mortgage, the bank that actually financed your car, or whatever other bills that you have. You pay them, right? And at the end of the day or at the end of the month, you realize that there is nothing left for you. But over here in this space, we are not having that. In this space, we are building a generation that knows how to pay themselves first. So with that being said, always, guys, always make sure that you pay yourself first. How do we do that? Okay, now, imagine, let's say, for example, you get paid weekly, right? Okay, and you take away $50. Let's say as little as $50. You put it away. You say, okay, now I'm paying myself $50 every week whenever I get paid. You know, guess how much that will be at the end of the year? Guess how much that will equal to? Actually, $2,600. And that's $2,600 you did not have the previous year. And you will have that $2,600 and you can actually invest it and make that $2,600 go into more money. Now imagine if you're able to put away for yourself 100, 150, 200, you know, guess what? That amount will double triple, or quadruple. It all depends on how much you take away for yourself. So that's why it is so important to actually pay yourself first whenever you get paid. Like, consider yourself as one of those bills, because guys, at the end of the day, we are the one who actually wake up early, go to work, work hard. And I know some of you work like 7 days a week, no days off. And at the end of the day, we pay everybody else. Everybody else got paid but us. Now we have to change that. And it's a mindset thing. So once you put that in your mind to pay yourself first, trust me, your life will change. So I want to leave this section by saying this. Always remember, or always make it a priority to pay yourself first. Now, the second way, or the second thing you can do to change your mindset, is to know the difference between your needs and your wants. I know many of you might hear that so many times, but I want to put an emphasis on this. I want to emphasize on knowing the difference between the needs and the wants, because that can actually help you save a lot of money. Yes, a lot of money. So think about this. If you can identify your needs and your wants, trust me, you're going to be able to make a lot of money. How? Just because you can afford something doesn't always mean that you have to buy it, or just because you want something doesn't mean that you need it. Okay, let me ask you a question, right? I know many of you can relate to that. Have you ever purchased something and then weeks or months later realize that, yo, why did I buy this? It's just sitting in the house collecting dust. We're not even using it. And then now we're realizing, man, that was such a waste of money. So that happened to me before. So now what I do is every time I'm about to buy something, I ask myself, yo, is that a need or is that a want? So I want you to do the same thing, and that helps me a lot. And I know that could actually help you too. So whenever you're going to buy something, ask yourself, is this a need or is this a want? And if it's a want, then you know what to do. Then if it's a need, by all means, go for it. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't please yourself here and there. And don't get me wrong, there is nothing wrong with pleasing yourself here and there. But at this space and this channel right here, we're trying to build a generation where we can minimize our expenses, where we can minimize our spending, so we can discipline our mind to grow financially. The last but not least is to live below your means. Yes, live below your means. You often hear people say, live within your means. But I would say to live below your means. Someone may be asking, what is living below my means? Okay, living below your means is when you actually spend less than what you make and stay on a budget. Okay, yes, stay on a budget. Always track your spending and your income to see if you're actually above, within, or like below your means. Okay, so you want to be below, because if you're below, you always have extra cash. Okay, that extra cash, you could put it somewhere where it could grow, or you could leave it as like an emergency fund. So that's really important. All right, and what I want you guys to do is to not follow the trend. You don't have to follow the trend. You don't have to always get the new iPhone. You don't always have to get the new pair of shoes, the new pair of Jordans. You don't always have to like change your car every year just to show off. Like, that is something that you don't need to do. And I see many people, like, don't take that as an offense, right? But I see many people, they work like a $10 an hour job, but then they driving a BMW. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't be driving a BMW, but think about the premium gas that you're gonna have to put on this thing every time your tank is empty. Like, that gas is so expensive now. So imagine if you had like a Toyota or like a Honda. And I'm not saying like live in a cheap way, but I'm just saying these are ways that you can use to actually change your mindset, to actually position yourself in a situation where like you can accumulate assets instead of accumulating liability. What could really help you is, like, for example, if you used to eat out like 5 days a week, okay, you go to work and you don't cook, right? You eat out 5 days a week. Actually, do some meal prep for like 3 days, and then just cut that 5 days into like 2 days a week. And then you can actually bring some lunch with you at work, and then do it like that. That could actually save you money. That's why I want to give a big shout out to my wife, because she never let me eat out. Man, I'm telling you, whenever I'm going to work, I have my lunchbox. Man, I have everything ready, because she wants that money in her bank account. She don't want me to spend that money. Okay, that's the reason why I mentioned it. Okay, now, reason why I say live below your means is because earlier today I was making some research, and I found out that as of 2022, because of inflation, because now inflation is through the roof. Inflation is going up. Okay, as of 2022, 64% of the U.S. population is living paycheck to paycheck. So the goal of that video is to actually help someone. If you are part of that 64%, like, the goal of this video is to help you stay out of that 64%. I'm not just telling you to stay away from that 64%. I'm just showing you ways that could help you stay away from that 64%. So with that being said, by paying yourself first, by avoiding unnecessary purchases, and by living below your means, you're actually positioning yourself to building assets. Because if you were buying things that you don't need, or if you don't pay yourself first, or if you don't live below your means, guess what? You'll be in a position where you always have to give your money away to somebody. Guys, I'm tired of giving my money away. So in closing, I want to say that if you guys actually discipline your mind by following these principles, I guarantee you that over the course of the years, you will see substantial results to your financial life. You will see like tremendous results to your financial life. And remember, this is not financial advice. I'm just trying to share ways to help the family grow financially. And because we're learning off of each other and we're growing together, I know that there are many other ways out there. So if you know another way, or like some other ways to like actually grow financially, please leave it in the comment section down below, and I'll see you there. All right. And also, I want to say thank you to all of you who actually took the time to watch my video. If you found value to this video, guys, please hit the like and subscribe button. Show your love and show that, okay, you actually appreciate it. Share it with somebody else. And if you can't share it, just like it, because by liking my video, okay, it helps the algorithm. Actually, YouTube is gonna push that video to other people so they could actually watch it. So if you learned something today, hey, show me the love. All right, so guys, stay tuned for my next video, because I'll be sharing how I was able to save a ton of money on my phone bill alone. Okay, so now remember, together we will learn and we'll grow. The sky's the limit. Always remember that. Take care. I love you guys.